Hey guys, so in today's video I will be showing you how you can make a healthier version of one of my favorite holiday treats, pumpkin chocolate chip bread. But first, a little backstory on how this recipe came to be. So in 2009, my mom had a heart attack just at the age of 34. After her heart attack, she began looking for different recipes to lower the cholesterol in baked goods. These main cholesterol ingredients, high cholesterol ingredients, include eggs, butter, and sugar. So as the holiday season was approaching, my mom decided on a whim to experiment with some substitutes herself. And the two substitutes I will be using today are agave nectar and applesauce. So let's begin. The first step, what you're gonna do is gather and mix all of your ingredients. So you're gonna want to have one 15-ounce can of pumpkin, one 4-ounce cup of applesauce. You can use any applesauce, but I'm using Mott's apple cinnamon applesauce. One half cup of agave, two teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, one and 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and some chocolate chips or chopped nuts. The chocolate chips and chopped nuts are optional, but you can totally add them. I will be adding 1 cup of chocolate chips today. So in a large bowl, you're going to want to mix. I have here the canned pumpkin, your applesauce, your agave nectar, and your pumpkin spice. You're going to want to mix up into a large bowl. Have that mixed up thoroughly. Then moving on to all your dry ingredients. In a medium bowl, you're going to want to mix all of your dry ingredients, including all-purpose flour, your salt, your baking soda, and your baking powder. Once you've mixed both of them separately, you're gonna slowly and gradually add in your dry ingredients to your wet ingredients. You're just gonna want to gradually add in a little bit at a time and mix it in with the wet ingredients to make it less hard on yourself, because as you'll see, the more flour you put in, the thicker it becomes. So you just want to slowly but surely add it in. It may take 3 or 4 rounds of gradually pouring it in. That's what I like to do. It just helps a lot with the mixing process and makes it a lot easier to mix all together. If you have a blender at home or a mixer at home, you could also slowly add it to the mixer, add your dry ingredients to the mixer with your wet ingredients, and it will automatically do the mixing for you, but I don't have that luxury, so all handmade. I also find it rewarding at the end when it's all said and done. It's the pumpkin batter smells great, and it also tastes great. And you can eat it as much of it as you want because there is no eggs or anything that could cause bacteria. Alright, I'm gonna just add in the last stretch of the flour. Usually the last part of the flour is always the trickiest, just because it starts to get really thick and clumpy, but you just gotta work through it and keep on mixing until eventually it is mixed all well in with the wet ingredients. If you can see, it's slowly but surely coming together. There's still a lot of flour mixed or caked on to the sides, so you want to make sure you get all those sides and mix in all the extra flour that's there. It's not quite mixed in, but for time's sake purposes, I'm going to add in 1 cup of chocolate chips and continue mixing. And you'll just want to mix in your chocolate chips as much as, give it a good, mix it around. And your end result, after you're done mixing all of your wet and dry ingredients with the chocolate chips together, your bread should look something like this before it goes into the oven. Make sure you put it in the oven for 350 degrees for 1 hour and let it cool for 1 to 2 hours, maybe even a little bit longer, just depending. But yeah, that's how you make a healthier version of pumpkin chocolate chip bread. So if the next time you want to make a homemade treat for a loved one, or you just want to treat yourself, I hope you think of this recipe. Thank you.